This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 8, verse 11, and it reads, I'll read in both the KJV and NLT versions, and it reads, Now therefore, performing the doing of it, that as there was a readiness to will, so there may be a performance also out of that which ye have. NLT, now you should finish that, or finish what you started. Let the eagerness you showed in the beginning be matched now by your giving. Give in proportion to what you have. Verse 12. For if there be first a willing mind, it is accepted, according to that a man hath, and not according to that he hath not. NLT. Whatever you give is acceptable if you give it eagerly, and give according to what you have, not what you don't have. Verse 13. For I mean not that other men be eased and ye be burdened. NLT. Of course, I don't mean your giving should make life easy for others and hard for yourselves. I only mean that there should be some equality. Verse 14. But by an equality, that now at this time your abundance may be a supply for their want, which is lack, that their abundance also may be a supply for your want, your lack, that there may be equality. NLT. Right now you have plenty and can help those who are in need. Later they will have plenty and can share with you when you need it. In this way, things will be equal. This is the book of 1 Thessalonians 2 and 4. But as we were allowed of Yahweh to be put in trust with the gospel, even so we speak, not as pleasing men, but Yahweh, which trieth our hearts. And with that, giving all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, in whom the world has ignorantly called Jehovah, or Yahweh. And Yahushai is the name of his only begotten Son, in whom the world has ignorantly called Jesus Christ, in whom we do worship. We are the Hebrew Israelites, which consist of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American and Seminole Indians, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. Greetings, giving double honors unto my apostles, my elders, and my teachers at Great Millstone, that are ruling well and continue to do so, that taught me and brothers like me this truth, this beautiful truth, beginning with the names of our power and of his anointed. Now these are the two most important things you will ever know: the name of the Heavenly Father and the name of his only begotten Son, to call upon and be saved in these last and troubling days. Their true and proper names in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew, our language: the Lashawan Kodash, which means holy tongue. Lashawan meaning tongue, and Kodash meaning holy. For these be the names that are written. The name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh. Yah meaning he, Hawa meaning exists or is to be. He is, he exists, he, the existing one. And in the name of his only begotten Son, that has a name that is above every name, given amongst men. Okay? These are the two most important things you could ever know. For by these names all things consist. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father. Yah meaning he, Hawa meaning exist or is to be. He is, he exists, he, the existing one. For he is, see, a rewarder of them that diligently seeks him. For he is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love toward his name. And in the name of his only begotten Son, whose name in itself is powerful, for through it we shall be saved and inherit eternal life. If you believe that he was risen from the dead by the power of the Father, even Yahweh, you too shall call upon the name of his Son, even the name, the mighty name of Yahushai. Yah meaning he, Yahushai meaning deliverer and savior, for he has already saved us from ourselves, from sin and from death, by giving us access back to the Father, to be saved from the second death, which is nuclear fire, and from the evils to come. For he is our mighty shield and strong stay in the day of trouble. Yahushai, Yah meaning he, Yahushai meaning deliverer and savior. And that is exactly what he will come and do for the second time in physical form. For we shall see him as he is, and we shall be like him. He's going to come as an angelic force, having all power in heaven and in earth. And we shall be changed We shall not all sleep. Some of our brothers are already sleeping in the spiritual realm, dead, so to speak. And others that will die will not taste death. See, it will be in the situation as if they were to die, but they will not die. Why? Because they believe in Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, and they will be changed. And we will know the power of his resurrection. Okay? So Lord's willing, this is an edifying lesson. And Lord's willing, I call this lesson supplying aid in time of need. All right? Or aid supplied in time of need. Going into the brotherhood. All right, we all we got in this time. Where banks are failing, wars on the brink, natural disasters, evils, the love of many waxing cold, selfishness. We are bound together, and all things are equal. We have an equality about us. When we're doing good, we're helping brothers out. When we're doing bad, they're helping us out. It's a revolving door. So Lord's willing, this is edifying. Let's get right into it. I'm going to go into the commentary a little bit, and that'll be the end of this lesson. So let's read on. This is 2 Corinthians 8:15. As it is written, he that had gathered much had nothing over, and he that gathered little had no lack. Going back into the wilderness, when we were traveling through, the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, marching in our victory into our land. But we marched 40 years because of the disobedience and murmuring of our people, the old generation that came out of Egypt. But the new generation got in with Joshua and Caleb. But it goes to show you that when the manna rained, our people were satisfied and all were filled, none lacking. So how much more in this brotherhood, the household of faith, none will be lacking. One that is stronger will supply the weak, and those that are weak will be supplied by the strong. And when they are strong, they will supply those that are weak. Vice versa. All right, 2 Corinthians 8:15, NLT. As the scriptures say, those who gathered a lot had nothing left over, and those who gathered only a little had enough. There it is. And that's what it's all about. Barakatah Yahbashemashai, to every man's taste. So let me read on down. Now, we've been gifted with this gospel, and what comes with the gospel is day-to-day things that all men need, right? We still have to go to work. We still have to deal with these cars. We still have to deal with the our phones being on and the internet bill being paid, so that we can push out these lessons and get in things that coincide with these live streams and different devices. We have to still live in this world. And our people just looking at it, I ain't doing nothing, as if we're just wasting time. No, we do the same things you people do, but we do it towards the Lord. And we help one another out when in this world there's no help coming from anyone unless you're paying them something. But when it comes to the brotherhood, hey, we're there regardless. Okay, you're woken up in the middle of the night and the brother needs a ride or needs to be picked up or needs a jump. You go to that brother. Yeah, you might be tired. Yeah, you might be through. You be, all right, okay, I got about 2 hours before work. This brother's only about 15 miles away. It's only going to take me about 30 minutes to get there. Let me go help this brother out. And even if I don't make it to work today, I'm helping this brother out. Barakatah Yahbashemashai, and the Lord going to bless you. So it just goes to show you it's an obligation when we're risen up in the middle of the night or in the middle of the day, or a brother's in need, or he needs prayer, or he needs help. We are there to supply that brother, all brothers. And then in the turnaround, we are supplied. How about that? This is what the Lord is building here. He's building a community. He's building a nation. He's building a government. All right. Now let's read here in 1 Thessalonians 2:4. But as we were allowed, I love that way it was written. But as we were allowed of Yahweh to be put in trust with the gospel, the good news. Even so we speak, not as pleasing men, but Yahweh, which trieth our hearts. He's trying our minds constantly. Are you really about this thing? Do you know whether you be in the faith? Are you really willing to help out a brother, or are you in it for your own means? No, we're in it for the building of our nation, for the fear of the Lord, okay? For the faith and for the power it gives, okay? Being quickly without care, that's what wisdom gives you. It's kind to man, okay? And you're quickly without care. Those when I get that. It says, for neither at any time use we flattering words, as ye know, nor a cloak of covetousness. Yahweh is witness. Nor of men sought we glory, neither of you, nor yet of others, when we might have been burdensome, as the apostles of Mashiach, but we were gentle among you, even as a nurse cherisheth her children. Yeah, because we really could be coming at you like, hey, you owe us a lot for giving you this truth, but we're not like that. We don't ask you about no money or click on my Patreon. No, if you're going to give it of your own free will, so be it. But really, we're supplied in-house. It is a well-oiled machine within. See, everybody without, they don't know what's really going on. But there's a reason we stay afloat, because we're helping one another out. We're an enterprise, okay? You got an enterprise, but there's another word. What's the word? I keep thinking about enterprise, but I forget the word, but we're pretty much a well-oiled machine, all right? Where everything flows, everything is straightforward, everything is working in unison. Okay, those one that comes to me. It says, but we were gentle among you, even as a nurse cherisheth her children. So being affectionately desirous of you, we were willing to have imparted unto you not the gospel of Yahweh only, but also our own souls, because you were dear unto us. For you remember, brethren, our labor and travail, for laboring night and day going into this truth, because we would not be chargeable unto any of you, we preached unto you the gospel of Yahweh. Ye are witnesses, and Yahweh also, how holily and justly and unblameably we behaved ourselves among you that believe. As ye know, how we exhorted and comforted and charged every one of you, as a father doth his children, that ye would walk worthy of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, who have called you unto his kingdom and glory. For this cause also think we, Yahweh, without ceasing, because when ye received the word of Yahweh, which ye heard of us, ye received it not as the word of men, but as it is in truth the word of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, which effectually worketh also in you that believe. Let me get this, something else I want to get. Going into no man went over to every man's taste. Get that every brother knows when he first came in how he felt, and you want to keep that feeling, all right, because we're all we got. Now this is Wisdom of Solomon 16 and 20. Yep. Let me start at we'll start at 20, going to the point. Instead whereof thou feddest thine own people with angels' food, the manna, and didst send them from heaven bread, prepared without their labor, able to content every man's delight, and agreeing to every man's taste, or agreeing to every taste. So pretty much the manna for you tasted the exact way you wanted it to taste. But yeah, Jake was still murmuring. But it goes to show you, if you're in this truth, if you're in the household of faith, because the Lord is only dealing with his elect at this time, you are being supplied. You have enough. You're willing to give. You're a cheerful giver. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shai. We're living the script. We're loving the Lord our power with all our might, soul, mind. And we love our neighbor as ourselves, preferably beginning with those that are in the faith, fighting this good fight of faith. You are supplied. Prayers are constantly going up for you. And if you need financial help, stability, there's help there for you as well. And it's really been that way the last few weeks, especially in our little sanctuary, even though we're a part of a greater body, the Los Angeles camp. We really been going through the ringer, but praise ye Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai for the treasury. Brothers have a supply that we put in. And then when there's a rainy day and the brother's down and out, boom, he can go in and dig in there. And then constantly every week a brother is putting in, and there's a constant flow. It's almost like the bank is our own personal bank. Just like, you got a bank bail out, the banks will bail each other out. We're bailing each other out. We're bailing out brothers. We're bailing out the household of faith. All right? Those that are fighting a good fight. Barakatah Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai for that. All right? So it's to every man's taste. All right, no man is lacking. Neither is any man that has a lot going over. But those that do have a lot, you already know what you got to do. All right, you have to be willing to give, that everything be common among all men. All right, all things common. Now let's go to let me jump up out of there. We're gonna go to, bear with me, brothers. Let me get that actually real quick. Common. All right. And it reads, this is the book of Acts. Is it in the book of Acts? Or maybe it wasn't. Yep, Khan. This is the book of Acts 4:32. And the multitude of them that believed, you see that? That's the key. Those that believe were of one heart, one mind, and of one soul. Neither said any of them that aught of the things which he possessed was his own, but they had all things common. Woo! Barakatah Yabashmashai, man. When the brother's car is down, that's our car. Like, damn, I feel as if it's my car. We got to get this brother back rolling. Or brother needs a supply for gas. Hey, that's money going into my gas tank, but it's still going into my gas tank. It's going into that brother's gas tank. He's like unto myself. If the brother is hungry, then I'm hungry. If the brother is thirsty, then I'm thirsty. If I'm drinking, the brother's drinking. If I'm eating, the brother's eating. Barakatah Yahabashimashai for that. And we learned it from our apostles and elders at Great Millstone, man, straight up. Because in the world, you wasn't like that. Shoot, I lived in a house. I remember it. I lived in a house. This is my family, mind you. It's not like guests or people I just know. This is my family. In the refrigerator, somebody got their name on something. That's mine. Don't touch it. Like, damn, like, okay. Like, I mean, my stuff is in the refrigerator, too. You might grab it. I ain't getting mad at you for grabbing that, but it was that type of household, man. But coming into this truth is totally different. Every brother's like, no, you got it, brother. Go ahead. Hey, brothers, man, I'm a little short, man. Shit, you know. Hey, don't even worry about it, bro. Are you hungry? Oh, no, bro, you know. The brother, I didn't ask you that. I asked you, are you hungry? Oh, yeah, I could eat, you know. All right, brother, then you got it. What you want? Boom, that's what it is. We're supplying their want, their lack. And then when we lack and they're supplying our want, our lack, there it is. Okay? Now, let's get up out of here. We're going to go to 1 Timothy 6. Let's get up out of there. This has really been dwelling on my mind lately, you know. Like, man, it has been straight, complete hell. But, man, praise ye the Lord for the brothers, man. We really would be down and out if it wasn't for the bros, man. I'm telling you, I don't know where I would be. Okay? Now, see here. Ooh, 1 Corinthians 10:13. There have no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But Yahweh is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able. Because we're going through the ringer. We go through the same day-to-day hassles that everybody else goes through. A flat tire, we got to deal with that. A bad engine, an oil leak. We all have to deal. We got to go get the car serviced. We got to deal with people breaking into your car, robbing you. We still have to deal with these things, but in the end of it, we go to the Lord. Barakatah Yahabashimashai. You know, you might be angry and mad, but you go to the Lord like, Lord, you know what has occurred. You know what's happening. And then right after you go to the Lord, who do you go to right after that? The brotherhood, the brothers. And then the brothers, they're there crying with you, weeping with you, you know, bearing with you. Like, dang, like, you know, like what you need, brother? You straight? You good? Yeah, bro, man, I need this, that, and the third. You got it. Or nah, bro, I'm straight. I'm good. But hey, do you need anything? You sure? Do you need some support? You need us to come over? Nah, bro, I'm cool. I'll see you, brothers. You know, after I get out of here, once I get this situated, I'll let you know. I'll keep you brothers updated. Pretty much that's how it is amongst us. Okay? Now, this is Ephesians 2:12. It says, let me read 1 Corinthians again. 1 Corinthians 10:13. There have no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But Yahweh is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape. Our way of escape is through prayer, hope, fasting if you need to. And then the second one is boom, like you go to the brotherhood. But first and foremost, you go to Yahweh Bashim Shai to understand what is going on, why it's going on. Then the next the thing you're pointed to is to the brothers. I got to let the brothers know what's going on, my situation, you know, boom. And that's it. It says, and then there you go. So that you be able to escape, right? That you may be able to bear, because you're not going to bear it alone. A brother was made for adversity, born for adversity, right? It's Ephesians 2:12, that at that time, which was many of us, you were without Mashiach, we were without Yahweh Shai, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel, our heritage, the promises given unto our forefathers. But even beyond that, we were locked out of the brotherhood. We didn't even know what that was. But now seeing it, we're like, dang, this is a well-oiled machine. That's what I'm talking about. It is a highway. All right. It is a flowing current of good, because you know that you're always going to be backed up. Brothers is always going to be there for you, because we love you as ourselves, and you're going to love us as you love yourself. So it's vice versa, and it never ends. You scratch my back, I scratch yours type community, so to speak. The true, all right, congregation, which is the body of the Israelites, beginning with the household of faith, beginning with that house of David. It says that at that time you were without Mashiach, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel and strangers from the covenants of promise, having no hope, and without Yahweh in the world. But now we have that hope. All right, because we have been returned. But now in Mashiach Yahweh Shai, you who were sometimes, Salakia, but now in Mashiach Yahweh Shai, ye who sometimes were far off, are made nigh by the blood of Mashiach. By the sacrifice Yahweh Shai gave, we are made near one to another. For he is our peace, who have made both one and have broken down the middle wall of partition between us. And he's our connection back to the Father. You see? That's it. So the enmity that we have between us and our power, that was abolished. Also, the enmity we have between us and our brethren has been abolished in this body of faith, in this body of edification and building. All right? It says, having abolished in his flesh the enmity, even the law of commandments contained in ordinances, for to make in himself of twain one new man, so making peace, going into Yahweh Shai's sacrifice, and that he might reconcile both unto Yahweh in one body by the cross, having slain the enmity thereby, and came and preached peace to you which were afar off, and to them that were nigh. For through him we both have access by one Spirit unto the Father. Now therefore ye are no more strangers and foreigners, but fellow citizens with the saints, which are the Israelites, and of the household of Yahweh, and are built upon the foundation of the apostles and prophets, Yahweh Shai Mashiach himself being the chief cornerstone, in whom all the building fitly framed together groweth unto an holy temple in the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Shai, in whom ye also are builded together for an habitation of Yahweh through the Spirit. So that's what we have built here, and this is what we need in order for it to continue. Now let's go into this commentary. All right, godliness is gain. See, certain brothers have better jobs and a little more money, and all brothers collectively are all working their thing, getting their hustle on, because we have a saying out here in the West, pray, fast, study, work out, get your hustle on. Now, get your hustle on is the last one down the list, but it's still just as important as any other, because if you get your hustle on, you can supply other brothers. But even if you're down and out, because brothers will be in dry spells and be down all the way out, you have the brothers there to supply your want, your lack. You are doing the work of the Lord, are you not? Will not the Lord supply you? Yes, he will. You just happen to be in a dry spell at that time. I know I was in it. I never used or abused the brotherhood. I always knew, like, all right, it's there, but nah, I'm going to see what the Lord has in store for me to get up off of this low estate and get to a higher estate and begin moving again. And the Lord did that. But even in the midst of that, the accumulation of everything that was being built up was for that rainy day. We were saving treasure for the time to come. We had the treasure in earthen vessels, but even the Lord supplying our want even beyond. Let me get this here. Verse 19, this is the point. Laying up in store for themselves a good foundation against the time to come. We just read about the foundation built upon the apostles and prophets, the cornerstone being Yahushua. It says, laying up in store for themselves a good foundation against the time to come, that they may lay hold on eternal life. You see that? We're laying up in store, man. We have treasure. Many treasures, man. There's a treasure to be desired in the dwelling of the wise. I was when I get that. Oil. All right, yep. Proverbs 21:20. Okay. It reads, there is a treasure to be desired and oil in the dwelling of the wise, but a foolish man spendeth it up. See, when you come to the truth and you ain't right, you're going to come in and see the love of the brotherhood and then abuse it, and your ass is going to be thrown out, cast out. And you're going to be amongst the world of stinginess and selfishness and hatred. When we come into the brotherhood, is true love, real love, succor. But you cannot take this thing for granted. All right? There is a treasure to be desired. What is that treasure? The treasure in earthen vessels is truth. And oil is the oil, that anointing. All right? In the dwelling of the wise, because when you come into the congregation of the wise, you begin to move wisely. And you begin to understand what this thing is all about. That is not about you. It is about the body as a whole. It's about esteeming your brother better than yourself. Let me get that. Better than yourself. Salakia. Yep. Hebrews 11:26. Well, no, that's not it. Better than themselves. Let me get that. Ooh, but this one's good still. Let me read it anyway. Hebrews 11:26. Esteeming the reproach of Mashiach greater riches than the treasures in Egypt. For he had respect unto the recompense, the payback of the reward. The reward is coming from the Lord. So he knew, all right, yeah, that's a definite right there. All right. All right, bear with me, brothers. Yep. Philippians 2:3. Let nothing be done through strife and vainglory, but in lowliness of mind, let each esteem other better than themselves. You see that? Whether you have a lot of money or little, we're all one. All right. Whether you be young or old, one. Man or woman, one. But mainly, I'm dealing with the brothers, man, because you know we supply brothers, and then brothers supply their families, and even from the standpoint of their families, they're like, damn, we're always helped out. Yeah, because this is a brotherhood. These are my brothers. This is my family. They ain't going to have us out in the cold. The Lord didn't establish that. He's building something here. He's building us up a kingdom. But it begins with us. Each brother is the gateway to that kingdom. All right? But that was one of my all-time favorites. Philippians 2:3. Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory. A lot of the churches, they do it vainglory. All the glory goes to them, and they ain't even helping nobody out. But yet people go there and give money, but they ain't getting helped, not one bit. These other groups and camps do not help one another out really like that. Not that I've seen. You always got to pay for something. Like, God damn, bro, I'm already poor. You know, what you want me to do? See? So brothers come in, they doing bad, but they gain the faith. They gain that understanding and the trust in the Lord. And then there's nothing after that. And then when they start moving, they get their feet under them. Hey, it's a well-oiled machine. They join right on in. They become a part of that chain, that link. All right. All right. Now we're going to go into this commentary, and I'm going to close on out. So, hey, rich, be ye not high-minded. Okay. Not talking about the rich of this world. They're going to be demons and assholes until the end, but talking about those brothers that got a little more, you know, living pretty good. You know what you have to do. You know, help brothers out if they need help. Okay? Because rich people, they just mob around. Oh, yeah, I got this much and that much, but you ain't doing nothing with it. All right? This scripture is not talking about the rich of this world. All right? Because the rich of this world are stubborn and proud. All right? And that's why you don't see Mayweather throwing a lot of money at the apostles and brothers to help the ministry go forward. You don't see that. And there's a reason why. Because it ain't for them to do nothing. All right? Those that are within the truth, that have a little something, that gave up that life, and the Lord still supplied them with a lot. It is for you to help the brethren, the church. All right? The congregation move forward. This is the book of 1 Timothy 6:17. Charge them that are rich in this world, that they be not high-minded, nor trust in uncertain riches. Because this money is nothing, but use it while you can. Leave it under a stone to be lost. To a stone to be lost. Yep. Ecclesiasticus 29:10. Lose thy money for thy brother and thy friend, and let it not rust under a stone to be lost. You see, this money is about to be nothing anyway, but while it is still usable and a defense, because it says money is a defense and wisdom is the defense, but wisdom shall give life to them that have it. So what we're giving unto our brethren day in and day out is wisdom, which is way more greater than money. But in the sense that they need those finances, we are there to supply them, and they are there to supply us. Barakatah Yahweh B'Shem Shai. Because we are traveling through a wilderness, and the Lord is raining that manna down. He's raining down what we need. He's daily loading us with benefits. Okay, let me get that. This is longer than I expected, but hey, let me just get these few scripts, and we're going to close on out. All right. Daily loadeth us with benefits. Now this, I'll read all of these, actually. Psalm 68:19. Blessed be the Lord, Yahweh, B'Shem Shai, who daily loadeth us with benefits, even the power of our salvation. Selah. Psalm 103:2. Bless the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Shai, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits. Woo! Psalms 116:12. What shall I render unto the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Shai, for all his benefits toward me? Let me read that again. Psalm 116:12. What shall I render unto the Lord, Yahweh, for all his benefits toward me? You can't render anything to the Lord, but you can help out his little ones. Okay, you can feed them. Hey, didn't he not tell Peter, if you love me, feed my sheep? And it ultimately is the word. It's breaking things down. It's giving them the gospel, the good news, prophesying, foretelling them of the evils and what to do to avoid the danger, but also supplying them with things you have physically in this world. All right. If you got it, we're going to give it if you can, you know. But like Paul said, he don't want you to help somebody out, but then you're being burdened yourself and others eased. He ain't meaning like that. Like, nah, bro, you know what time it is. All right. Now let's get this commentary, but let me keep reading. It says, charge them that are rich in this world, that they be not high-minded, nor trust in uncertain riches, but in the living power, who giveth us richly all things to enjoy. Woo! NLT. Teach those who are rich in this world not to be proud, not to trust in their money, which is so unreliable. Their trust should be in Yahweh, B'Shem Shai, who richly gives us all we need for our enjoyment. That's it. Verse 18, that they do good, that they be rich in good works, ready to distribute, willing to communicate. I know I brought this out a lot, but let me bring it out again. This is the NLT version. Tell them to use their money to do good. They should be rich in good works and generous to those in need, always being ready to share with others, so that men have all things common. All right. Now let's get up out of here. Let's go to the commentary. We're going to close on out. And my man Matthew Henry is going to get it in. He's going to bring it home. And if anything, I'll grab more scriptures in the gist of reading it if I can. And if not, we're just going to go through this commentary, and Lord's willing, this has been edifying, uplifting, building up, because we are here. We really need to depend on one another. We're really going to have to lean on one another more than we ever have. while this world waxes weaker and weaker and is aged and is more evil and dark and selfish, we need to be selfless and give unto the brethren as they also give unto us. A give and take, a push and pull. All right. And that has been the operation of their dance, is a dance. We're moving. All right, we're doing that which is well pleasing unto the Lord. Now let's start. Okay. Start right here. Bullet point 4. Yep, bullet point 4 in Roman numerals. Kind of throw me off a little bit. Bullet point 4 says the apostle adds by way of postscript a lesson for rich people. There's a certain brothers that got it made, even in the truth. It doesn't make them wicked because they got a lot of money, but a lot of people in this world that do have a lot of money are wicked as hell and demons and assholes. But there's certain brothers that left that world, that life, that was living real good, that was going someplace to do this work. And the Lord has still supplied them, all right, and aided them in what they were doing, so that the transition was easy and not as bumpy. But then in certain situations, it is bumpy because the Lord is going to chastise us along the way. But he ain't going to just have us in a cardboard box. But we still going to have to go through the day-to-day minutia of moving around. But we are supplied through Yahweh Shemashai. All right, through our brethren, through men of renown. Let me get that this gain. Real quick. Bear with me. It's in Ephesians, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe it's in Galatians. Okay. Salaki, brother, Salaki. Contentment. Great gain. Get that. There we go. Start right start at verse 5. Perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds and destitute of the truth, supposing that gain is godliness. From such withdraw thyself. That certain men have come into this truth, but that money have taken them all the way over. It's still about the money. It's not about the truth. It's not about the brothers. It's not about building. It's not about aiding and supplying. It's about them, only themselves, their belly. And withdraw from those type of men. These ugly ass church pastors in the world, they're men like that. Certain of these men that are in these other camps that know that they're Israel, they're like that. Get away from them. But you know the men that don't ask about nothing, they just keep it strictly with the word. But still, you could help and supply them, and they'll help and supply you. As Paul said, I give you spiritual things. Is it a great thing that I should reap your carnal things? Things that I might need carnally in this realm, but I'm giving you spiritual things? Come on now, is old in a sense. 1 Timothy 6:6. But godliness with contentment is great gain. All right, there it is. Going into the commentary again up top. Bullet point 1. Timothy must charge those that are rich to beware of temptations, testings, and improve the opportunities of their prosperous estate. Number 1, he must caution them to take heed of pride. This is the sin that easily besets rich people, upon whom the world smiles. Charge them that they be not high-minded or think of themselves above what is meet or be puffed up with their wealth. He must caution them against vain confidence in their wealth, charge them that they trust not in uncertain riches. Nothing is more uncertain than the wealth of this world. Many have had much of it one day and been stripped of all the next. Riches make themselves wings and fly away as an eagle towards heaven. See that? Because one day you'll have it and the next day you don't. All right, as we read that one scripture, help your brother and your friend. Don't leave your money under a stone to be lost. All right, use it while it is being while it is yet in need. All right, because this money system we already know is going digital, so we got to do all we can now through our actions, not only loving in word and just in word, but in deed and in truth. We must show love. All right, because love is an action. A lot of people say they love you like your own family. They won't even really come to your aid like they want to. But I love you. But you ain't doing anything, though. But yet I go to the brothers, my true family, and they're willing to help. I don't give a damn. They miles away from me. Where you at right now, bro? Put in your location. I'll be there. Okay, yeah, bro. Yeah, my battery died, bro. Shit, I'm over. Damn, Salat, bro. I don't want to take you from your day. I just, I'll get through it. Nah, bro. Where you at? Like, what's up? Like, all right, I'll be there. Hey, bro, you only like 20 minutes away. Bro, you 10 minutes away. Bro, you're like 5 minutes down the way. I'm in your area. Like, what? Oh, dang, okay. It's a lot. And brothers constantly saying, forgive me. But it's just the day-to-day bullshit that everybody goes through. But we have help. The world does not, because the world is stingy and selfish and demonic as hell. And then people got the riches to help, but they don't want to because they're demons. They're about their own goddamn self. But that's different when it comes to us. We have the means. We use those means to help our brethren and the sisters that are out there. There's very few of you, but certain of y'all have opened your homes to the brethren. All right, and have made garments and oils and ointments and things that are needed in our physical realm to actually supply us. But praise the Lord for that, and you will be blessed. Barakatah Yahweh Shemashai. All right, it says, reading on, number 3. It says, he must charge them to trust in Yahweh, the living power, to make him their hope, who giveth us richly all things to enjoy. Those who are rich must see Yahweh Bashmashai giving them their riches, and giving them to enjoy them richly. For many have riches, but enjoy them poorly, not having a heart to use them. See, woo, that's it. That's on point right there. All right. But let me read a little more in Timothy, 1 Timothy 6 and 7. For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. And having food and raiment, this is a scripture that the Apostle Gabar always brings out. The elder Apostle Gabar always brings this out. And I love how he reads it, He always brings it out, and I love it. And having food and remnant, all right, let us be therewith content. You see that? So we're good. We are good if we have just that. Now let's get a sweet life. All right, in the Apocrypha, sweet. Now let's read it here. Second Esdras 2 and 12, because when you come into this truth, you gain so much. It's more than physical things. You gain spiritual things. You gain an awareness. You gain hope. It says, they shall have the tree of life for an ointment of sweet savor. They shall neither labor nor be weary, though it is a labor, but it's not straining. And you get so much supply by just digging into good ground, the seed laying into good ground. You putting your hand to the plow and don't look back, hey, you're fit for the kingdom. Put your hand to the plow and don't look back, hey, you are fit for the kingdom. But it begins with the brotherhood. Ecclesiasticus 40 and 18, to labor and to be content with that a man hath is a sweet life. But he that findeth the treasure, this treasure in earthen vessels, is above them both. Above labor and the contentment with that labor is the treasure that is gained. That is the truth. Let's read on. Number 4 in the brackets says he must charge them to do good with what they have. For what is the best estate worth any more than as it gives a man an opportunity of doing so much the more good? They be rich in good works. Those are truly rich, who are rich in good works, that they be ready to distribute, willing to communicate, not only to do it, but to do it willingly. For Yahweh loves a cheerful giver. Ooh, gotta get that cheerful giver. So like it. Giver. Ooh. 2 Maccabees 1:25. The only giver of all things, the only just, almighty, and everlasting, thou that deliverest Israel from all trouble, and didst choose the fathers and sanctify them. You see that? Because we know the Lord is the only giver of all things. Now, if you got it and you're among the rankings of Israel, among the truth, among the camps, how much more you? Where do you think that the money is coming from? Yahweh Shai, for you to distribute it among the brothers. Only if you're not putting yourself in jeopardy. And a lot of times you're not in jeopardy if you give to the brothers. That's nothing. And then you get even more for giving to the brethren. Let me get that. Yep. 2 Corinthians 9:7. Every man according as he purposeth in his heart, so let him give, not grudgingly or of a necessity, for Yahweh loveth a cheerful giver. Sparingly shall be sparingly sparing. Yep, because when you give to a brother, you're planning something. You could be planning a marvelous relationship that will stand the test of time. There's certain brothers that you come into this truth, they're closer to you than your own blood brother. You're closer to brothers and have more love to them than your own spouse. You can tell them things that you couldn't even tell your so-called significant other. Why? Because just as Jonathan and David had a love that surpassed the love of women, that's what we have in this brotherhood among brothers, true brethren, man, that have helped us out of like so many situations. Our apostles, our elders, our teachers, we have been helped by them, and they have been helped by us, being brought out of difficult situations. Praise ye the Lord. All right. And this is the book of 2 Corinthians 9:6. But this I say, he which soweth sparingly shall reap also sparingly, and he which soweth bountifully shall reap also bountifully. You see that? So we giving to our brothers everything we got, all. So we get all these things back. Like, damn, where's this coming from? Damn, brother, how'd you get that new car, that new place, that job, man, that position? Because you might have forgot, like, damn, you just always been giving to the brothers. You always been putting in. The brothers always came first. Yahweh Shai, and then the brethren. And then down the line, months later, you got a new house, new car, new situation. You like, damn, where all this coming from? Now you know. Oh yeah, I bountifully gave. I was sowing, into the field. I was plowing. I was building up the brethren. I was in the garden of fruits, being Yahweh Shai's little ones, and then we gained that much the more. And now you have a foundation, you have support, you have a backing. Barakatah Yahweh Shai. It says, every man according as he purposeth in his heart, his mind, so let him give, not grudgingly or of necessity, for Yahweh loveth the cheerful giver. And Yahweh is able to make all grace abound toward you, that ye also always having all sufficiency, woo, man, in all things may abound to every good work. Man, verse 9, as it is written, he hath dispersed abroad, he hath given to the poor, his righteousness remaineth forever. Verse 10, now he that ministereth seed to the sower, both minister bread for your food, and multiplieth your seed sown, and increase the fruits of your righteousness, being enriched in everything to all bountifulness, which causeth through us thanksgiving to Yahweh, Bashim Al Shai. For the administration of this service not only supplieth the want, which is the lack of the saints, the Israelites, beginning with the hopeful elect, but is abundant also by many thanksgivings unto Yahweh. Woo, Bashim Al Shai. Man, that's cold. Hey, I can drop the book right there. It's done. Lesson over. But I ain't gonna do that. We're gonna keep going in this commentary, and then I'm gonna close on out. Now it reads on, bullet point 5 in the brackets. All right. It says, he must charge them to think of another world. Woo! And prepare for that which is to come by works of charity, laying up in store a good foundation against the time to come, that they may take hold on eternal life. Bullet point 2. Hence we may observe, number 1 in the brackets, ministers must not be afraid of the rich. Be they ever so rich, they must speak to them and charge them, warn them. Bullet point 2 in the brackets, they must caution them against pride and vain confidence in their riches, that they be not high-minded, nor trusting in certain riches. Stir them up to works of piety and charity, that they do good, etc. This is the way for the rich to lay up in store for themselves for the time to come, that they may lay hold on eternal life. In the way of well-doing, we are to seek for glory, honor, and immortality, and eternal life will be the end of all. Romans 2:7. Here is a lesson, bullet point 4 in the brackets. Here is a lesson for ministers. In the charge given to Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust. Every minister is a trustee, and it is a treasure committed to his trust, which he has to keep. The truths of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshai, the ordinances of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshai. Keep these, avoiding profane and vain babbling, not affecting human eloquence, which the apostles calls vain babbling or human learning, which often opposes the truths of Yahweh, but keep close to the written word. That is committed to our trust. Some who have been very proud of their learning, their science, which is falsely so called, have by that been debauched in their principles and been drawn away from the faith of Mashiach, which is a good reason why we shouldn't keep to the plain word of the gospel and resolve to live and die by that. Observe. Ooh. Bullet point 1 in the brackets. Ministers cannot be too earnestly exhorted to keep what is committed to their trust, because it is a great trust lodged with them. O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust, as if he had said, I cannot conclude without charging thee again whatever thou dost. Be sure to keep this trust, for it is too great a trust to be betrayed. Number 2, ministers are to avoid babblings, if they would keep what is committed to them, because they are vain and profane. Bullet point 3, that science that opposes the truth of the gospel is falsely so called. It is not true science, which is knowledge. For if it were, it would approve of the gospel and consent to it. Woo! Bullet point 4, those who are so fond of such science are in great danger of erring concerning the faith. Those who are for advancing reason above faith are in danger of leaving faith. See, it's all about the faith. When you're in these dire situations, it causes you to come closer to the Lord, Yahweh Shemashai. And through you becoming closer, getting closer to the Lord, he opens up the doorway to the gateway. The gateway to the kingdom is the brotherhood. And you begin to see it like, whoa. But if you were thinking carnally and worldly, or worldly people like, where the hell you gonna get it in? What the fuck? They need to get it how they live. Like, nah, that's not right. I gotta help my brother out. But who the hell is he? Would he do the same for you? I don't give a damn about none of that. I know he would, but it ain't about that. It's about supplying his want. And when I'm in want, in lack, he'll supply my want. You see that? A never-ending revolving door. Now, this is bullet point 5, the Roman numeral. Our apostle concludes with a solemn prayer and benediction. Grace be with thee, Amen. Observe, this is a short yet comprehensive prayer for our friends. For grace comprehends in it all that is good, and grace is an earnest, a beginning of glory. For wherever Yahweh gives grace, he will give glory, and will not withhold any good thing from him who walketh uprightly. Grace be with you all, Amen. Woo, that's it. So, Lord's willing, this has been an edifying lesson. you know, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Ashai. But let me read a couple of these scriptures. Verse 11, I'll read 11 and 12 and 13, and then I'm going to jump to another scripture and close out. It says, being enriched in everything to all bountifulness, which causes through us thanksgiving to Yahweh. For the administration of this service not only supplieth the want of the saints, the Israelites, but is abundant also by many thanksgivings unto Yahweh. Bashim Shai, whiles by the experiment of this ministration, they glorify Yahweh, Bashim Shai, for your professed subjection unto the gospel of Mashiach, and for your liberal distribution unto them and unto all men. Woo, the Israelite men first, beginning with those of the household of faith, the house of David, and even to Jake that are without. It might be a poor Jake, and the Spirit compels you to help him out. Like, hey, man, use it wisely. And Jake used it to get him some soap, maybe some water, something to eat, you know, and Jake is helped. And you're like, whoa, okay. And Jake is seeing like, damn, all right, I like these guys, you know. Like, they want me to do the right thing with the money. They ain't just giving me the money, but they're telling me to do the right thing with it. You see? It says, by their prayer for you, woo, which long after you, for the exceeding grace of, so let me read that again, Salaki. And by their prayer for you, which long after you, for the exceeding grace of Yahweh in you, thanks be unto Yahweh Bashim Shai for his unspeakable gift. And that gift was what? Faith, first and foremost. And through that faith, it allows you to trust, to hope, to help, to aid, to supply. All right? To never want any good thing. It all begins with faith. And it opens you up to the Father and the Son. For it is impossible to please him, the Father, without faith. So that's a gift you gain, and then you gain even more gifts beyond that. So, man, let me get one final scriptures here. Let's go to the book of Ecclesiasticus. Was it 34? Yeah. 13. Yep. I started verse 12. I was oftentimes in danger of death, yet I was delivered because of these things. The spirit of those that fear the Lord Yahweh, Bashim Shai, shall live, for their hope is in him that saveth them. Whoso feareth the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Shai, shall not fear, nor be afraid, for he is his hope. Blessed is the soul of him, woo, that feareth the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai, to whom doth he look? And who is his strength? That's the question. Who are we looking to? Yahweh Bashim Shai. And who is his strength? Yahweh Bashim Shai. But the Lord has supplied us with a kingdom, with an economy, with an enterprise, with the flowing current of good. All right? Man, with a connection. All right? And now I'm trying to think of the word. It's not enterprise. It's something else. We have not an enterprise. Hey, what's another word? Not enterprise, but something else. I'll say just a conduit, a continuing flow of good back and forth. All right. It says, for the eyes of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai are upon them that love him. He is their mighty protection and strong stay, a defense from heat, ultimately the nuclear heat, and a cover from the sun at noon when Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, comes down having great wrath, knowing that he had but a short time. The Lord is going to protect us even from that. We're going to be hidden. They may prepare these preppers, but the just shall put it on. You see that? Because we supply one another, we shall be supplied. It says a preservation from stumbling because we have a living foundation that cannot be moved. Woo! And in help from falling. Yahweh Bashim Shai ultimately is our help from falling, but even our brothers are help from falling. All right? How can one be warm alone? Two are better than one. One can help out his brother, but woe unto him that falleth alone. All right? But when we fall, we get back up. And when we fall, our brothers are right there to help us out. So with that, giving all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Now let me read this last scripture here. Verse 17. He raiseth up the soul. That's when you come into this brotherhood. You feel it, you can see it, you sense it, It's something that changes in you. You understand it. He raiseth the soul and lighteneth the eyes. He giveth health, life, and blessing. So with that, giving all praises, glory, and honor once again unto Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rakakadash, by whom we do function. Double honors unto my apostles, my elders, and my teachers at Great Millstone that are ruling well and continue to do so. Salutations, peace, and blessings unto the hopeful elect, that house of David. To you brothers out there fighting this good fight of faith, keep it up. To you sisters doing that which is becoming of women, shalom. And to those that are addicted unto this ministry, I say shalom. Lord's willing, you have been edified. Until the next time I say shalom. On to the next one. Shalom.